This is not for everybody, and I have days where I still wonder if this is even for me, even something I'm cut out to do. Having a kid is amazing, but I am never going to make him my entire life. So, 0 out of 10, would not recommend having a kid if you're concerned about your gains. Good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you again. We got an arm day ahead of us. Hammer curls, cambered benches, Scott curls, single arm tricep push downs, and we're even going to throw in some leg movements in here today via leg extensions and goblet squats just to get a little extra volume in our leg workouts. That's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be hammering those hard, especially our arms today. We've had a really good week of workouts, and today we want to take all of these muscle groups home, hit them hard for our rest day tomorrow so that we can rest and recover. The Spartan race is less than a week away. In fact, in my time, it's like 4 or 5 days away from now, which is crazy. So we're easing into it after this week. We're going to be taking it a little bit easier with the remaining days just to make sure our recovery is on point for the Spartan race on Sunday and we're not overexerting ourselves. So this is going to be the last really tough workout that we have before the race on Sunday. In between, we're still going to be doing cardio, of course, and we're also still going to be weightlifting. But on the weightlifting days, we're going to be taking the volume down. We're going to be going down to about 70% of what we would normally do. So if we do 3 sets normally, maybe we'll only do 2. If we do 4 sets, we'll only do 3. Those types of things. Not going to be reducing the weights, not going to be reducing the rep ranges. We're just going to be reducing the overall volume of what we're lifting via lowering the total amount of sets. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go get set up over there. Let's get set up for some hammer curls and get to talking what I want to talk to you all about today, which is lifting and being a parent. We've said it so many times on this channel that the gym can teach you things that you could apply to every aspect of your life. And I've never found that more true than I have with parenting. I became a parent about 1.5 years ago, and it has been the single hardest thing I've ever done. It is incomprehensibly hard. It tries your patience, it tries your mental fortitude, it tries your emotional capacities, and it tries your willingness and ability to press on in the face of continual stress, anxiety, sometimes anger and frustration, but also the love that you have for your family, for your wife, for your child, for your friends. It puts all of those to the test and makes you come in every single day to put in the work, no matter what. There's no choice. You have to do it every single day. Now, like we've said many times before, the gym, that's a choice. That's a choice we make to be here, to come here, to put in that work. And becoming a parent is a choice for most people. For some, it's not. But at some point in time, there was a choice made, usually. There's always, of course, very complicated situations that have many layers to them. But by and large, becoming a parent is a choice, or at least should be a choice. And what took me so long to realize, through all these months of struggles that I've had over the last 2 years, is that the choice was made. The willingness and the excitement was there, whether or not it was waning or coming at us full force. But just like we get frustrated in the gym when we're not seeing results, when we're not seeing the fruits of our labor, and therefore we feel like we can't enjoy it, parenthood is much the same. It's so hard, especially for guys early on, to enjoy it, to see the fulfillment that it brings. Because when that baby's born, they're just this potato, this little skin lizard who can't really do anything other than sit there and make noises and cry, poop, pee, eat. But in my case, as they got older, it became easier. It became more rewarding, more fun. They started to laugh. They started to smile at you, at the things you were doing. And then soon enough, they're playing with you, interacting with you, seeking you out. That's when things started to get manageable. But I had forgotten for a moment, it takes consistent work and time to get to that place where you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and not be overburdened by the stress and the work that must go into it. And let's not misconstrue anything. Stress and work are still required, they are still there, but they are now overshadowed by the fun, the joy, the laughter that can be had on a daily basis, but only because we've gone in there and put the time, put the work, and put the energy in. So again, we go back to the gym being that thing that teaches us and trains us that work and consistency and persistence will pay off in time. And I'll be honest, at times, if it weren't for my friends and family and the gym, I don't know how I was gonna make it through those periods of time where I was just so down in the dumps, doubting that we made the right decision, doubting that I was cut out to be a father, to do this journey with my wife, with our kid, and to raise someone who can be better than we were. It's an incredibly difficult journey, the hardest thing, undoubtedly, I've ever done. But just like in the gym, all the time we surprise ourselves. We're able to lift more, do more, accomplish more. I surprise myself with what I'm able to achieve and do with my kid, what he's able to show me, how happy and full of laughter he's able to get me. It's insane. It's nuts. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I never will for you guys. For anybody who wants to hear or talk about it. This is not for everybody. And I have days where I still wonder if this is even for me, even something I'm cut out to do. And then you've got to factor in how you make time to enjoy anything else. Being a parent consumes so much of your time. Sometimes I hate it. I hate how little free time I get. But then I have to remind myself that I wake up at 4 a.m. every day to give myself about 2 hours for just me. And that includes you guys in that. To get out here, to work out, to do the thing that I love to do more than just about anything else. And I have to be grateful for that, because there's plenty of people who don't even get that. There's plenty of single parents who don't ever get any time for themselves, and there's perhaps even more people who just simply haven't figured out how to make time for themselves, how to make time for what they enjoy, what they need to feel fulfilled, or maybe even know what that thing is that will fulfill them, like the gym does for people like you and me. But I still have to make time for the gym. If I don't do it first thing in the morning, it is almost certain that I won't have time the rest of the day to do it. My wife is amazing. She'll support me and give me that grace when I need it to go work out in the evenings if I'm, for whatever reason, unable to do it in the morning, which is rare. But getting out here to do this work, not just from making the time, but from having the energy and the motivation and the stamina to do it, it is not easy, guys. Do not think that there is some magic keys, some magic switch, some magic potion to make you come out here and want to do this every day. There are plenty of days where I don't. Even last night, I was wavering. I was sitting there saying to myself, I could just wake up and read a book or play a video game. But no, I know I have to get out here. I know I need this. I know how important this is to me. So I have to force myself to get out here. It's not easy every day. There are days when I am like, hell yeah, let's get out there, let's go. But day to day, it is not like that, more often than not. So, 0 out of 10, would not recommend having a kid if you're concerned about your gains. Absolutely the biggest impact on making progress in the gym, on achieving things, but that's life. We trade things at times. We give a little to get a lot, or we rob Peter to pay Paul sometimes, however you want to think about it. But I would say if you're thinking about having a kid, if it's something on your mind, if you're on the fence, well, I'll be honest with you, it is hard. It is hard on your relationship with your partner. It is hard on your interpersonal life, your professional life, and even just your alone time. It's hard on your mental health, your physical health, all of it. I'll even go so far as to say, perhaps controversially, that for a while there, it was an overall net negative, and I hated it. These first 18 months to 2 years have been the hardest period of my life, bar none. And there are so many times when I just wanted to quit, but you can't. You could. I could. I could just pack my bags and make a hobo sack and hop on a train to New Mexico, but no, that's not in the cards. When we fail things in the gym, we're able to come back to it, right? There's a reason for us to keep pushing. We've seen some small successes along the way. We know we'll get through that. And with parenthood, it seems like it's just one hurdle after the next, after the next, after the next. And I'm left wondering, when is it gonna end? When will it stop? It doesn't. I've realized. It just doesn't. So I won't sugarcoat it for you all. It is not all sunshine and daisies. It's a lot of hard freaking work with a couple moments of sunshine scattered in from time to time. But you learn to appreciate that sunshine when it's there. You learn to take solace in it because you see how dark other parts of your life can be, and that other part, that family you have, can be so consistent, just like the gym. It will always be there for you. And your family, hopefully, will always be there for you. Don't get me wrong, there are things that can go wrong with family. We don't even get to pick our family. But we can surround ourselves with amazing people who can motivate us, who can push us, who can go on these journeys together with us, and who can be a part of all the things we enjoy and all the things that are good in life, and be there to pick us up when we're down, when we're feeling less than, like we're not worth it, like we're failing. And the gym can be that thing, that consistency for us, that doesn't ever give up on us, that doesn't walk away, that fulfills us, that strengthens us, that bolsters us and challenges us at the same time, but always gives us some reward. So go make time for this. Make time for it. Don't neglect it. Don't give up on it. And don't listen to those naysayers that tell you, oh, just you wait. Wait till they don't sleep through the night. Wait till they start walking. Wait till they start eating. Screw those people. Seriously. Those people just want you to be as sad as they are, as mad as they are, as frustrated as they are. They don't want you to succeed in the areas that perhaps they can't because they don't want to put in the hard work. Don't give in to that BS. It's a load of malarkey. You can do it. So many people told me I wouldn't be able to continue doing this. I wouldn't be able to keep lifting. I wouldn't be able to keep working out. I'd have to sacrifice it. That is absolute bullcrap. It's not reality. You can make this happen. You can make time for it. But you have to put in the work. You might have to make adjustments. Maybe that means you can't spend 3 hours working out, 2 hours working out. Maybe you only get 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 30 minutes. Make it happen. Make it happen. It is not a waste of time to only get 20 or 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, when you used to get 60, 90, 120 minutes. Something. And you can incrementally build upon that. Give yourself that foundation to be successful, to be happy, to feel fulfilled, and have something for yourself outside of what the day-to-day responsibilities have in store for you. Those aren't going anywhere. You can't avoid those, but you can avoid this if you choose to. But I promise you, if you do, you're not going to feel fulfilled. And at the same time, if you just avoid life, you're also not going to feel fulfilled because you're always going to be running from something. So hit it head on. Do not give in to the pressure of just throwing in the towel, of being average. Screw average. Average doesn't exercise every day. Average doesn't get into the gym to pursue their passions, to pursue their happiness, their center place, their form of meditation, their alone time, to chase the demons away. We have to keep doing this to keep ourselves whole and to keep ourselves sane. And I'm going to tell you again, for the 4th, 5th, 6th time in those last 2 minutes of monologue, that you can do this. You don't have to throw it in, and you don't have to listen to those naysayers who say that you can't keep doing this because you won't have time, you won't have energy. I do. I'm out here every day when I'm supposed to be. There are days when I don't get out here, don't get me wrong, but I am out here almost every single day, putting in the work, continuing to grow physically, mentally, and emotionally, and making sure that I better myself, for myself first and foremost perhaps, but also for my family. And I'm going to say this to you right now who don't have kids. Don't you ever let someone who has children talk down to you and think lesser of you, put you down just because you don't have kids. That is bullcrap. You're not less than them. They're not better than you. Their life may or may not be harder than yours, but having children was their choice. And you have your own choices, just like they have their own struggles. You too have your own struggles. Your life can be just as hard as theirs. In fact, I would wager that in many ways, it could be potentially a lot harder. Who knows what those ways are? But your struggles are not lesser than theirs, just because they have kids. Your battles, your enemies, your demons are just as difficult and important and challenging as people who have children. So don't think that your struggles don't count, that it's not hard for you in whatever ways your life might be hard. Your concerns are valid, your struggles are valid, and you have just as much to overcome as they do, in your own ways, in your own flavors, in your own colors. Everyone's life is different, but having a kid does not ever make someone better than anybody else. So don't let those people make you feel lesser than. You're not. You're important, you're valuable, and your struggles and concerns are oh so valid. So being a parent, not a net negative. Very, very hard though. Undoubtedly, the hardest thing I've ever done. It impacts my ability to get out here and work. It affects every other thing in my life, and it's a consideration that I have to take into account for no matter what it is I'm going to do, whether that's going to read a book or take a shower or lift weights. I have to consider my kid in all those equations right now because he's still so young. And while he may be past or almost past that phase of almost everything can hurt him, as he still certainly does try to get hurt by everything, it's getting better every day. Just like I tell you all, our focus has to be in the gym to get better every day. It's fun, it's exciting, it is so challenging, and there are many, many moments where I want to throw in that towel and call it a day. But I don't. I persist. I keep pushing. I move on to the next set, the next rep, the next exercise, and I put in my time and my energy. I give it my all, and I rest and recover when I can. We've got to take those times to rest and recover, to get away, to have time for ourselves and our hobbies, with our friends, with our family, whatever it might be, and to spend time away from our kids. I feel like if you make them your entire life, well, what does that leave you when they grow up and move away? That's a long ways away for me. But my wife and I are certainly already trying to keep that in mind, to make sure that we include him in our life and not make him our entire life. Having a kid is amazing, but I am never going to make him my entire life. I'm going to make him a part of my life. I'm going to include him in everything we do, show him all the things that we enjoy and the laughter we have, the happiness these things bring to us. And once he's old enough to start having his own interests, I'm going to dive full force ahead into those, enjoy those with him, see his happiness, his joy, his glee in experiencing what life has in store for us. I can't wait to explore those with him. Maybe it'll be weightlifting. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be dancing, or football, or soccer, or rugby, or painting, or skydiving, or professional hula hooping, or underwater basket weaving. It doesn't matter what it is. I can't wait to enjoy those things with him. And at the same time, I look forward to, in the very near future, enjoying this that I love with him, showing him all of this, all the joy it can bring, all the happiness and fulfillment that I can bring for somebody. And maybe it'll stick, but maybe it won't. That's all right. We're still going to enjoy things in many different aspects and all avenues of life. And that's going to be quite the journey. Just like the gym is a journey and figuring out what exercises we want to do, how we're going to do them, that's life, with or without a kid. So get out there, find those things, explore, challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to try those new things and perhaps not enjoy it all that much. But if life gives you something that could potentially be joyful and it's really hard, well, the hardest things in life are often what we absolutely have to be working towards because they're worth it. They're worth it. It is always worth putting in that time, effort, and energy for the good things that lay at the end of the road. But we've got to push through those barriers. We've got to push through those tough times. So get after it. Go chase it down. Don't give up. Keep pressing forward and getting better every day. And I promise you that success, fulfillment, and happiness will come to you no matter how dark the sky may be right now. Thanks again for being here, everybody. Appreciate you. I believe in you. I'll see you next time.